these past 3 games of the season, you're starting to see why Mississippi State fans were just so incredibly perplexed by the fact that Coleman Hutzler came back to the team this year, because they have been awful. The effort has not been there, and that is a huge red flag if you're observing a team from afar, is when the effort just isn't there. And the effort has not been there the past 3 games. Defensively, they've been run off the field the last 2 games. They at least did enough to win the game against Arkansas. But let's be honest, Arkansas is the worst team in the SEC. They're winless. They're probably not going to win an SEC game this year. Their best chance was this past week against LSU, when they ended up blowing that game against the LSU Tigers. They're probably not going to win an SEC game this year. They just probably aren't. So this is the problem that you have with this defense. They are reverted back to their old form. They are giving up just huge chunks of yards. They're giving up way too many points. And the other issue is the offense. And let's just go ahead and start talking about the offense, because I don't know what Jeff Lebby is doing. I don't. It's one thing, like when Dan Mullen's offenses were struggling, when he had issues moving the football, you at least knew what he was trying to do. You knew he was he always had a mobile quarterback who could run just as much as he could pass, maybe even more so, especially with like Nick Fitzgerald and Chris Ralph. They ran the ball much better than they threw the football. So you knew that he was going to use a mobile quarterback. He was going to he was going to try to be balanced on the run and the pass. And you always could kind of see what he was trying to do. This past weekend, and in really the last couple of games, I don't know what Jeff Lebby's offense is trying to do. I mean, the idea behind the veer and shoot is basically, we want to establish a running game, and as we establish that running game, we want to bring the defense in, have them load up the box, and then try to hit them over the top when they start to overprotect against the run. That's what you're trying to do in what's called the veer and shoot offense. And unfortunately, right now, I don't know what it is that Mississippi State's trying to do, because this past game and the last couple of games, the deep ball has not been there because they're not running the football. There is absolutely zero reason why Blake Shapen should have more rushing attempts than Davon Booth and Fluff Bothwell combined. There is no reason for that. There's none. I mean, you cannot excuse that. I don't care the fact that it is these are the reads, and that's the reads that Blake Shapen is seeing. I don't care that that's the case. Then you need to coach him better, and you need to make better calls. That way he is not having to make the read that he is the option, that he is the one that needs to get the most carries on the team. Because if that is the case, your offense sucks.